Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the last Songwriter RoundUp of 2021. These shows have been so much fun. I've been doing them once a month and with different guests every month. So I'm super stoked to introduce you to tonight's guests. Actually, I'm going to have them introduce themselves, which I didn't tell them before we started. But I guess we'll start with you, Jordan. Do you want to just say hi, tell everyone a little bit about you?
Sure. So I am a songwriter that used to be in Boston, but I moved to LA shortly before the pandemic, and I released my first EP under Jordan Pratt shortly after that. So beginning of 2020, I pretty much hit it on the money. It was late February, and I'm like, this is a perfect time to release an EP, and released it. And then COVID happened, and during that time, just wrote a bunch of material. And I have another EP coming out for the 2-year anniversary, so I hope I didn't jinx anything by doing that. But it's coming out March next year, which I'm really excited for. It's called The Deepest of Blues.
Nice. And you've been releasing a ton of music, very consistently. It's been very impressive, and it sounds great.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I did a few singles in between for this release. So the first single that comes from this EP will be in January.
Sweet.
Yeah. And I'll make sure to play that one actually today sometime.
Cool. I'm excited. I always love the music that you put out.
Thanks.
All of y'all have great music out. All right, Kristian. I'm just calling people out as if I'm teaching a class or something, but
it's fine. I guess if y'all are used to Zoom classes and stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily I'm not. But my name's Kristian. I live in Nashville. I'm originally from upstate New York, but I lived in Boston for about 4 or 5 years. I went to the Berklee College of Music and studied production, and that's primarily what I do down here in Nashville. And I just put out an EP a month and a half ago-ish, and I'm gearing up to release another full-length album sometime next year.
Wow.
I don't quite have a date yet, but we're working on it.
And your EP sounds amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. All right. Last but not least, Bill Dwyer.
Nice to meet you all. I was in a punk band growing up in middle school and high school on drums, and then I started playing my own songs in probably the early to mid 90s, and then finally started doing solo singer-songwriter stuff in 2007. And I have my own band, but I do the solo stuff too. And we have a record coming out called The Rise and Fall of Social Media, and it'll be coming out probably in September 2022. And I've lived in Boston most of my life, but now I live in Gloucester. I just moved here September 15th, and it's unbelievable. It's a really beautiful spot.
Yeah, you're always posting amazing pictures on social media of your view every morning, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Thank you so much. I've completely lucked out with it. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It's really beautiful. Congratulations. That's a huge, huge move.
Thank you so much.
And your album title is very enticing. I look forward to that for sure.
Thank you so much.
The Rise and Fall of Social Media. That's awesome. All right, cool. Well, we didn't really talk about how this was going to go, but I'm going to kick off the show.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be swapping songs until 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock-ish. So we probably have time for 4 rounds-ish. We'll see how things go, but we'll play in the order that we just introduced ourselves, because that seems easiest.
Cool.
So I'm going to start with the opening track from my album, There Is Light. I have not been as busy in the recording studio since as all these folks. This album came out in 2019, but I'm still really proud of it. And yeah, this is Photograph the Stars. It's one of those nights, so dark outside. I wish I could hide, but thank God for the moon. Oh, I wish that you could see this. Every time I try to photograph the stars, left with nothing but a picture of the darkness. Seems the only way to capture the light is to look with my own eyes, hold it in my mind. I invite you to come. I invite you to come and see this. It's one of those nights my dreams burn so bright. I'm feeling inspired by this moon. Oh, I wish that you could see this. Every time I try to photograph the stars, I'm left with nothing but a picture of the darkness. Seems the only way to capture the light is to look with my own eyes, hold it in my mind. I invite you to come. I invite you to come and share this. Come see this light, it burns so bright. Come see this light, it burns so bright. Come see this light, it burns so bright. Come see this light. Every time I try to photograph these stars, I'm left with nothing but a picture of the dark. The only way to capture these lights is to look with my own eyes, hold it in my mind. I invite you to come. I invite you to come.
Very nice.
Thanks, y'all.
Awesome.
Thanks. And hi, everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. If you are watching, please say hi to us in the chat. We love to know who's hanging out with us. I feel
Yeah,
like that
looks like
song
we
goes
got-
so well with my background tonight, too. I just did this new background, and I'm like, ooh.
I was
It's
gonna
like a
say, I feel
starry
like you
sky.
should have like given us some prep on how to up our game there. I've got like these little fuzzballs that my 3-year-old likes there, and yeah.
They're perfect. I love them. Very festive.
Yeah, but you just got a whole vibe over there. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
it looks like we
Danielle.
have.
Hey, Amanda.
Yeah, I was gonna say hi to them too. Hi, Dan.
Sorry. All right, Jordan, take it away, man.
Sure. Yeah, okay, so this next song is not on the upcoming record, but I'm hoping it will be released afterwards at some point. It's called 1933. Here we go. Is it that obvious that it's all that I can do to keep my head up when I'm down to my last excuse? I'm just tired of feeling blue. I sent a postcard in the mail last night in the 21st century. I left a note there all for you to read like it's 1933. Come home to me. Come home to me. I'm feeling like a child crying over a lost balloon. I know it's been a while, and now I'm miles and miles away from you. I'm just tired of feeling blue. I guess I didn't know what else to do. I sent a postcard in the mail last night in the 21st century. I left a note there on the back for you to read like it's 1933. Come home to me. Come home to me. Come home to me. Come home to me. Airplane. Thanks.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
Wow. That vocal tone, it's so gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been listening to a lot of Bon Iver, Sufjan Stevens, so there are influences
I love
there.
them.
Elliott Smith, that whole world. Phoebe Bridgers, you know.
Nice.
That's right up my alley. I love that stuff.
That's awesome. I meant to ask you, what part of Nashville are you in?
I'm in this like weird area that I feel like nobody really knows about. It's called Nippers Corner. It's like
Neighbor's Corner?
yeah, it's like right next to Brentwood,
Oh,
like-
okay.
like right off 65.
I actually lived
so-
in Brentwood for a little bit in 3rd grade, so I'm not like super familiar with it, but that's, yeah, I know that area a bit. That's cool.
Nice. Yeah, it's like I basically live like right on like Old Hickory Boulevard, just like if you just like keep going east.
Now we can
Okay.
all stalk you, everyone who's watching
Yeah.
tonight.
To the street.
We can go on a hunt for Kristian.
I mean, I play out around, so you can find me somewhere. I feel like eventually. But yeah, so I guess this first song I'm gonna do is one I just put out on my EP, and the funny story about this was I was actually supposed to release this song back in 2019 on my Goodbye to Boston EP, which was called Before I Go. And this happened to be the title track that I thought wasn't good enough, and I just didn't have enough time to record. But then I was like, you know, this is a good song, so I should put it out. And it finally got its moment to shine, and I'm really happy that it's kind of doing stuff. And this is called Before I Go. Hope y'all like it. New town, old streets, running through a memory. Just a small town boy walking through the noise. Back bay alleyways alone by choice. Long hair, shy eyes. Looking around a crowded room. He sits alone, another face nobody knows. One day he'll look back at how he's grown, with every friend that he has yet to know. Before I go, take me round this town I used to know. Let's not think about tomorrow. Take my hand
Nice.
Thank you.
I was harmonizing or trying to.
I was whistling along too. It was catchy.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to hear full
So
band
good.
behind that. That's awesome.
Yep, there's a full band arrangement of it on Spotify, so go check
I
it
will
out,
go
y'all.
listen.
Thank you.
Yeah, so good. You had me at New England Highways anyway, like right at the beginning. I'm like, yeah, New
Yeah,
England.
it's a very New England song.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
So I have to take these headphones off to perform. So I'll be taking them off in a sec. This is a song's called "Roll Undercover," and I'm just gonna go into it.
Cool, cool.
I know that you're not going far away, that you're staying here no matter what you say. For the mistakes I've made, no, I'm gonna have to pay. You're still standing here because you wanna hear me say, I wish we could roll undercover now. Don't you know it might change the things between us somehow? I wish we could roll undercover tonight. Then we'd stare up at the stars and sit in the sky so bright. And we'd lay just where we are all through that night. 'Cause the silence that we'd hear would sound so right. I know that you're not going far away, that you're staying here no matter what you say. For the mistakes I've made, yeah, I know I'm gonna have to pay. You're still standing here because you wanna hear me say, I wish we could roll undercover now. Don't you know it might change the things between us somehow? And I wish we could roll undercover tonight. Then we'd stare up at the stars that sit in the sky so bright. And we'd lay just where we are all through that night. 'Cause the silence that we'd hear sounds so right. I know that you're not going far away, that you're staying here no matter what you say. For the mistakes I've made, yeah, I know I'm gonna have to pay. You're still standing here because you wanna hear me say, I wish we could roll undercover now. Don't you know it might change the things between us somehow? I wish we could roll undercover tonight. Then we'd stare up at the stars that sit in the sky so bright. And we lay just where we are all through that night. 'Cause the silence that we have sounds so right.
So good. That song is
Thank you
so
so much.
catchy.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That one's been stuck in my head since we did our sound check earlier.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I haven't done one of these since literally the earliest part of the pandemic. Like, I played a show in New York City with my band. Thank you so much, LL Milton. I played a show in January at the Bitter End with my band, and I think I got pre-COVID then. And I got my bass player sick because he got dark hollows under his eyes. And he's like, dude, I've never been this sick in my life. And he missed a day of work. And then I finally got better in February. And then the pandemic shut everything down. So anyway, so I haven't done this in a long time. And thankfully I was able to jump on with Katie earlier. And she walked me through it because I just haven't. I usually go Facebook Live. So anyway, but thank you so much.
Yeah, sounds so good. So Bill and I were supposed to do a Songwriter RoundUp show back when I was hosting these live in person at the Burren in Somerville, Mass. You and I were scheduled to do a show together. So
Yep.
I know we're not in the same room, but I'm still stoked that we were able to reschedule and still play together. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And y'all are getting great comments in the chat as well.
Thank you.
So thanks everyone for hanging out with us, and we really appreciate you being here. If you want to support what we do and tip us for tonight, there's a link scrolling at the bottom of the screen right now. I'll leave it up for a little bit, or I'll probably just put it up a little bit throughout the show. You can PayPal or Venmo, and we're just splitting it 4 ways. So thank you so much for all of your support. We really appreciate it. I'm next, aren't I? So I am going to take away that link. It's also in the video description if you want to check it out there. And yeah, I'm going to play a song. So I have 2 Christmas songs out. And last year I wasn't planning on writing or releasing a Christmas song last year, but it was my first Christmas without my Nana, which, the holidays when you're missing somebody is just hard. And so I was just feeling sad one night, and I just kind of let it all out through this song. And then I decided to do a kind of a last-minute release. So it's super stripped back. It is on Spotify and all that jazz, but it's called Holiday Without You. And this one is for anyone, I guess, missing anyone this holiday season. Holiday, my
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That was awesome.
Thanks.
Loved
So
it.
good.
Thanks. I haven't played it in a while because holiday songs you only play during the holidays. I have two. One I completely forget how to play. I didn't even write the chords down anywhere, so I have to like reteach myself. And then that one, I'm happy to be able to play it again during the month of December.
Yeah, that totally inspired me to do the same. I forgot. I have a Christmas song that I haven't played for a while, so while you're doing that, I was like, oh, do I remember this song? And I do, so I think I'm going to play that one on the next round.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I know. You always forget about the holiday ones, because it's just
Yeah.
like...
Yeah, you only have a month with them or so. So I'm going to play another one called Little More Time. Now, this one came out in June. I think it's the last song I've released.
I love this one of yours. So good.
Yeah, thank you. I wrote this one with my friend Rachel Maloney, and my friend Kimberly Knighton sings on it with me, and she's a fantastic artist. So if you want to hear some really great Sarah Bareilles kind of influenced singer-songwriter stuff, she's fantastic. All right, this one's A Little More Time. Light starts to fade and I turn from the mess I made. Just another day for me to check and throw away. Yeah. But when I'm feeling down, I'm always up for seeing you. Say what you want about me. I'm doing fine and I don't need you. And you don't need me to, but the sky's just a little more blue. The birds sing a little more in tune when I'm with you. And I want just a little more time with you. Just a little more time with you. Wanna know what I think about when I think about you. I think about the times when we laugh all night and then sleep till noon. It's all I wanna do. It's all I wanna do. But when I'm feeling down, I'm always up for seeing you. Say what you want about me. I'm doing fine and I don't need you. And you don't need me to, but the sky's just a little more blue. The birds sing a little more in tune when I'm with you. And I want just a little more time with. Well, I don't want just a part of you. I don't wanna wait for something down the road. And if you say you want it, don't let go. Don't let go. Just say what you want about me. I'm doing fine and I don't need you. And you don't need me to, but the sky's just a little more blue. The birds sing a little more in tune when I'm with you. And I want just a little more time with. Just a little more, just a little more, just a little more time with you. Just a little more time with you. Just a little more, just a little more, just a little more.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. That's probably my most like Jason Mraz tune to date.
It's so good. And the recording is awesome,
Thank you.
too. I always listen to that one, and it always gets stuck in my head.
Yeah, I
Where'd
worked
you
with some
record it?
awesome people for recording. So the recording kind of happened over like a year, actually. That one took a while to get out. I went to a studio of my friend Jordan Turner's in Utah and did some recording there. And then Kimberly came and sang later, so we've never sung this song together. But she came later and recorded in the studio. And then my cousin's a crazy good guitar player, and he laid down some electric guitars for it in another studio. So it's kind of just like piecemeal, a bunch of different places.
Nice. Very cool.
I think it was mastered in Nashville, so Nashville got thrown into the mix too.
It usually ends up in there somehow.
It does.
I feel like everything and everyone passes through Nashville at some point.
Yeah. I'm definitely hoping to get out there soon, at least to play a few places. It'd be really fun.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah, if y'all ever need any, want to play anywhere, or just you want to know where to play, just hit me up and I'll give you some places and whatnot.
For sure.
Or if you're in town, want to meet up, yeah, definitely just hit me up.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll do that.
Thanks.
For sure. So it's funny that we're all doing Christmas songs. I actually have a Christmas song coming out tonight.
What?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
So,
Yay.
it's a duet with my friend Savannah Smith, and we wrote this song back in 2016, like late 2016. We've collaborated before, and we put out a song together called December, which is on Spotify and all that stuff, under her artist name. And this song was essentially kind of like the second part to like the story that we started writing. And it just kind of turned into this really cool, like sort of like folky, sort of progressive-y sounding like country duet. So hope you guys like this. This is called In My Eyes. Lights glide from beam to beam. A starlit tree looms above snowy crowds. Fingers entwined beside me. Loneliness sets in as I walk away. I turn around to find the man with the nameless face. He asks, aren't you the girl from down the hall? I never thought we'd be standing here under the lights so bright and clear. Within these thoughts you're so sincere. Maybe you won't spend this Christmas only in my eyes. Walking down the light-laced street, she speaks to me so gently, catching up on the words we never said. And now they're spinning around and round and round in my head. And now I can't look back after all my lost time, as I feel her fingers entwined with mine. I never thought we'd be standing here under the lights so bright and clear. Within these thoughts you're so sincere. Maybe you won't spend this Christmas only in my eyes. I'm tracing out the skyline. In your arms, you're holding me near. Under the mistletoe, the stars align as your lips press into mine. I never thought we'd be standing here under the lights so bright and clear. Within these thoughts you're so sincere. Maybe you won't spend this Christmas. I never
That was so good.
Yep. And
That comes out tonight. You
Yeah,
said.
that'll be on Spotify and everything at midnight. So look out
Awesome.
for it.
Congrats.
Thank
Yeah.
Was that the first time you've played it live?
I did it live a couple years ago, and I played it for the first time in like years at around like a couple days ago. So
Cool.
I guess is probably like when I played it was like to a group of songwriters. There weren't really a whole lot of like, you know, non-writers there. So I guess this is the first time I guess the public has really heard it.
Very cool. So
It's
we're
like
kind
a
of like
What?
the inaugural viewing group.
Yeah.
It's like a cozy Christmas song.
Yep. That's what I was going for.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Loved it. I don't have any Christmas songs, unfortunately, but
God,
I do have
Bill. Just kidding.
this song. I was actually asked to write a song in like as a tribute to the nurses when the pandemic started, and this is this song I wrote specifically for that, and I actually played it online within that first month of March. Anyway, it's called "Every Memory I Have of Every Nurse I've Ever Known."
Whoops.
And they all go back to work day after day, shift to shift. Put the gown back on, fill the coffee pot. Another day of trying to save some lives. Every memory I have, every nurse I've known, from when I was 5 to this here man now grown, that always made you feel like you were in good hands. A trusted stranger under such demands. Every memory I have of every nurse I've known, we owe them so much, the warmth they give is home. You always see them more than any doctor, making their rounds, small talk, smiling, laughter. Every memory I have of every nurse I've known, every memory I have of every nurse I've known, every memory I have of every nurse I've known, every memory I have of every nurse I've known. On the front lines and they charge it straight right on. Every moment, every way. The longest hours, barely any sleep, but they make it through their day. To work, check on loved ones when they can, taking turns to nap and fill the coffee pot. Another day of trying to save some lives. Every memory I have of every nurse I've known, every memory I have of every nurse I've known, every memory I have of every nurse I've known, every memory I have of every nurse I've known. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Did you like perform that somewhere for all the nurses, or?
The long story short was I was in a PBS documentary called United We Fall, and it was put out, it was filmed in late 2018, early 2019. It was very political, and I won't bring that into this. But there was 12 people. They stuck us on a hippie farm. 6 people were on one side of the aisle. 6 people were on the other side of the aisle. And nurses, the producer of that, the director, asked me to write this for nurses. And I think they used it. They used it on their website. And we're going to record it with a full band coming soon. And I've only played it like just this time and that other time online. And the band's played it a few times, but... So Dan Rather actually narrated the trailer for the PBS documentary. So if you want to look it up, Google it. It's called Divided We Fall. You'll see me talking in some like country diner with like a bunch of people. It's cool. It was a really, really fun experience. So
that is wicked cool.
Thank you so much.
I'm putting the name of it in the chat.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully I got that right.
Divided We Fall. Yeah, it was a trip. It was really crazy.
What a cool experience! Like, what an honor to be able to write that song. That's so awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Tom Cosgrove. Shout out to Tom Cosgrove. He asked me to do that. So
that's awesome. Great job. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I wasn't sure. I had like some songs mulling through my mind for tonight, but I wasn't sure really what I was going to play. But since we started talking about the pandemic, I am going to play a song called Believe, because I hate to say it's been a hard year, because it's like the most over-said phrase in the last over a year now. But it's been a hard year. So we just got to keep believing that, there's good in the world and there's still hope and things are going to get better. And, it's been a hard year for music too, for sure. But we just got to keep believing for light. I love light, if you didn't pick up on that already.
I'm a huge fan of the Starlight Lounge is awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, the Starlight Lounge is my Patreon page, or like my VIP area. And I'm actually doing a Christmas special all month in the Starlight Lounge. So if you're not part of it and you want to check it out, it might be a great time. I'm doing like some giveaways all month, and I'm giving away gifts to everybody in the lounge. So we have fun in there. Thank you, Bill, for bringing that up. Give me a chance to talk about it. We didn't plan that. But okay, yeah. So I'm gonna play a song. Thanks. I'm gonna play a song called "Believe," and this is on my record. There is light. Again, that theme of light. My roof is crumbling down, shingles fall to the ground, there's no help to be found. My walls, they are caving, I am just craving a way to get out. Buried in the rubble, all this trouble is weighing me down. Sending all my prayers to the one I've been reading about. 'Cause I know we gotta believe that there's freedom on the other side of this. We gotta believe that tomorrow morning the sun will rise again. I talk about freedom, I talk about healing, I talk about love. But I feel so defeated, like I keep on meeting the same damn walls. I need something brighter, something tighter to help me hold on. I'm tired of all of these hurdles tripping me up from the life that I want. And I know we gotta believe that there's freedom on the other side of this. We gotta believe that tomorrow morning the sun will rise again. I'm gonna believe there is freedom on the other side of this. I gotta believe that tomorrow morning the sun will rise. I believe, I believe, I believe no matter what I see in front of me. I believe, yeah, I believe no matter what they say, no matter what they say, 'cause we gotta believe that there's freedom on the other side of this. We gotta believe that tomorrow morning the sun will rise again. I'm gonna believe there is freedom on the other side of this. I'm gonna believe that tomorrow morning the sun will rise again. I believe, yeah, I believe no matter what I see in front of me. I believe things will be okay. I believe no matter what I see, no matter what I see.
Nice.
Woo!
Thanks.
Love those positive vibes. That's great.
I'm so
Thanks.
good for that.
Yeah.
All about the positive vibes. We need them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do.
That is true.
Yeah.
So I've got another downer of a song for you. But
Perfect.
it's kind of a bittersweet thing.
We
So
need those too, Jordan. It's okay.
we need them. Maybe less. So just sprinkle one or two in the 5 songs of positive vibes for these. But this song, it kind of goes into it's kind of like Inside Out, if you've seen that Pixar movie, the happy sad emotion at the end. It's one of those songs. So this one's called Home This Christmas, and it's about we talked about this is a hard time of the holidays if you've lost someone and things like that. So it's kind of like getting older and looking back and what Christmas used to feel like versus how it feels now, and some of that's really great and some of it's there's some pain there, you know. So I wrote that with kind of just those 2 ideas in mind. Falling snow, tapping on the window, pull the blankets down. It's getting late, and I want to be certain you'll be here in the morning. 'Cause I've been on a trip. It's been a long, long, long time coming, and I should have known what it'd be like to come home. Oh, it's Christmas, I am home. Oh, it's Christmas with my blood and bone, and I'm yours to hold. Old anxiety, hum along the lines underneath the lights. Oh, how times have changed, same house, same faces. It's hard to explain it, but I've been on a trip. It's been a long, long, long time coming, and I should have known what it'd feel like to come home. Oh, it's Christmas with I am home. Oh, it's Christmas with my blood and bone, and I'm yours to hold. This is all I've ever known. Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So beautiful.
Well,
I
thank you
love
guys.
your falsetto. It's so great.
Yeah.
So appreciate that. Thank you, Kristian.
It's not an easy thing to do.
Absolutely not.
But anyway, this next song, I actually don't have it released yet. I'm not quite sure when it's gonna happen. I do have like sort of like a demo of it recorded, but it's probably not gonna come out till after my album. But basically, this song is called Steven, and I wrote it about somebody who I had a crush on, and pretty much that. And hope you guys like it.
Steven's got marble brown eyes. I don't have to try. Entice me with the shades of his wonderful. Steven's the star of the show. Filmed through his phone. He brightens my skies while I balance the scales on my own. I just wanna picture it, just me and him, my hand on his chest. 'Cause I'm dreaming of Steven. You touch me, I'm rushing. Just take your time, I'm not leaving. Barely breathing, 'cause you give me something to believe in. Oh, Steven. Oh, I've been trying to fly. Why don't you teach me? 'Cause you look like an angel, a natural, high on the electric breeze of a little pocket screen. A smile from a distance, hearts tapping silently. But I don't wanna walk away from something great and just forget. All my dreaming of Steven. Touch me, I'm rushing. Just take your time, I'm not leaving. Barely breathing, 'cause you give me something to believe in. Oh, Steven. I don't wanna leave it here in silent fears. I'm on away. Don't wanna spend another day in different states to just replay all my dreaming of Steven. Touch me, I'm rushing. Just take your time, I'm not leaving. Barely breathing, 'cause you give me something to believe in. Oh, Steven. Give me something to believe in.
Yeah.
So good.
Thank you.
Kristian, that gave me extreme Taylor Swift vibes. So good.
I'm a huge fan, so no surprise there.
We put this in the chat, but we were digging all of your 2-syllable Steven rhymes.
Oh my gosh.
They're awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so good.
I'm gonna play a song called "And There You Are." It's gonna be on the new record, "The Rise and Fall of Social Media." It goes out to a amazing person named Holly, last name beginning S. She lives in a beach community. just like a star. Wherever you think you'll move, I'll most assuredly prove I won't be that far. And you'll say you won't need me then, and I'll never see you again. But your grapes on the perfect vine, you're one in a million kind. I need so much more of you right now. And there you are, just like a shooting star. You light it so many ways, I'm caught in your magic gaze. Your touch and your feel are so unreal. When it rains, you take such great pains. You tend to me graciously, it is so heavenly. You've got me so wrapped around you, babe. And there you are, just like a shooting star. You walk in a spotlight, your energy burns bright. Your beautiful soul, so dear. And there you are, just like that shooting star. Wherever you think you'll move, I'll most assuredly prove I won't be that far. Oh yeah, and there you are, everybody. And there you are, two more. And there you are, and there you are.
Nice.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
So
Yeah,
I'm
that-
watching the. Oh, so I was
so
saying. I'm watching that Beatles documentary that Peter Jackson did right now.
I just started watching it last
did?
night.
It's
Yep.
so cool, and I got serious Beatles vibes through that, so that was super fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much for saying that, because I held off ordering it until the night before we did this, because I was like, all my friends were like, dude, you haven't seen that yet? What are you doing? I'm like, I'm waiting. So I ordered Disney Plus, and I watched the first episode last night, and I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to do Katie's Songwriter RoundUp tomorrow. Thank you so much. But the funny thing is, real quick about that song, is that's one of those songs that literally just comes out of you. Like, I was over Holly's house, and I had a guitar over there, and I was like, we were talking about something, dinner was whatever, we were making dinner in the kitchen. I'm like, I gotta write this down. And it just came out of me. And the song was written in like 5 minutes.
I
Yeah,
love
this
it when
is
that
so crazy.
happens.
Isn't it the best feeling in the world? It's like,
It's
that's
the
what makes
best.
all of this worth it, is when that happens.
Yeah, it's so funny. I'm like always like equally parts. I love those stories, and I'm so annoyed at them because like when you sit down and like try to write something, it takes you days. But then sometimes it just comes out. It's crazy. That's so cool.
Jordan, you and I have been working on a song for a long time that we've revisited
That's
a few
true.
times. I think I finally have it nailed down. I almost played it tonight, but then I did a different one. But I'll send you the final ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it's like years, and you just keep tweaking it. And I love it, Bill, when it's like magic when
It
it
is.
just
It is.
comes. I love it.
Yeah, it's like when you force it, you know it doesn't. It just, anytime you force anything, it's just not good.
Yeah.
So,
So this will be our last round. Thank you all for tuning in and hanging out with us this evening from wherever you are. We're so grateful to have this opportunity to play music for you. This is truly what we love to do. So thank you for being here and listening. And thank you to everyone who's tipped us so far. If you haven't yet, don't worry, there's still time. I'll put this up here again for you, or the link is also in the video description. We really appreciate your support as we continue to follow our passion and do what we love. So thank you so much. I should probably close my portion of the show with something like really strong that I've played a bajillion times that I'm super confident in, but instead I'm gonna play kind of a newish one that I don't even know if it's quite done yet, but I just want to play it. So yay, you get your eyes on something new that I'm kind of still tweaking, but we're having fun here, so I figured, why not? This is a song I shouldn't say I wrote, I'll say this is a song I'm writing called Even Jesus Cried, and well, that's it. I guess that's all I'll say. Do you ever get tired of fighting for the right thing? Start to feel like you may never see the victory. I've heard when something's for you, you won't have to try so hard. I don't think that's true. 'Cause even David had to fight the giants, and Moses had to climb up the same mountain several times. The Israelites walked 40 years to find their promised land, and even Jesus cried. Do you ever feel like the blessings never come in? Like you're watching your life move in slow motion? I've heard when something's for you, it'll come right on time. There is patience for you. 'Cause even David had to fight the giants, and Moses had to climb up the same mountain several times. The Israelites walked 40 years to find their promised land, and even Jesus cried. Yeah, even Jesus cried. Do you worry late at night that you might have missed your purpose? You don't know if you are able to be what you're called for. Just remember, even David had to fight the giants, and Moses, well, he kept climbing. The Israelites walked 40 years to find their promised land, and even, yeah, even David had to fight the giants, and Moses had to climb up the same mountain several times. The Israelites walked 40 years to find their promised land, and even Jesus keep climbing.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, it was
Beautiful.
awesome.
Thanks,
Beautiful.
y'all.
Yep. Keeping the good vibes thing going. That's so great.
I guess I was good vibes tonight. I played one sad song, but
Yeah, that's awesome.
thanks. And since this is our last round, also I realized I never introduced myself. I was like, oh, I had you all introduce yourself, and I don't think I ever did. So thank you all for watching. If you like my music, my name is obviously on the screen, Katie Dobbins, and you can find me. I have music all over, and what else can I say about me? I lived in Boston for like 10 years. I grew up in New Hampshire, and now I'm back here. I hope to make it down to Nashville someday. My dream is to do like by location, like be in New England and then in Nashville for part of the year. That's my dream. So we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. If you like the format of the show, I do these once a month with different guests every month. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for doing this with me, and make sure that you give yourself one more shout out and like tell people where they can find you, since this is our last round.
Sure. Yeah, thank you for having us. It's been so much fun. And you guys are all super talented, so it's great to get to know you all too. I love these rounds because you can talk a little bit about the song and just dive in a little bit more on what's going on. So that's always super fun. So thanks for having me. Jordan Pratt. You can find me at jordanprattmusic.com. I'm also on Spotify, Apple Music, all those places at Jordan Pratt. My first EP is out there anywhere in the world, along with a few singles like A Little More Time and Home This Christmas that I played. I also have a song for my last one that is not like, maybe not super finished, but at least like first draft done. Yeah, and I thought I was going to play the single for the new EP. If anyone wants to hear that, just message me. I'll send you a private link if you want to hear it.
I want to hear it.
You want to hear it? Okay, I'll send it to you. But this one is called We Try, and I thought it'd be fun to do in this format just to like get y'all's thoughts on it afterwards or whatever. But I wrote this thinking about Our Town. Have you ever seen that play, Our Town? It's a really cool play. And at the end of the play, the character has died and is looking back on their life, and they have the opportunity to go see one of their days before they go to wherever else happens. And in that moment, they're watching themselves, like their self go through the day, and they see just how much, she's taking it for granted. And it's painful for her to see, like, why are you not just sucking the joy out of life in this moment? And so I just thought it was a really powerful play, and I just spoiled the ending for you. Sorry for everyone that wants to go see Our Town, but it's been out for a long time. So this is called We Try. It's my reaction to that. When I was alive, I took it all in stride. I was wrong to play it safe. Now when looking back, I see through all the cracks in the plans that I had laid. Oh, how I was afraid, I was afraid, I was afraid. Not even the poets or the saints really know what it means when the moment passes by. Though we try, yeah, we try. We live, we love, we die, and we try, we try. River running through at least 100 shades of blue. Hear the sounds of the street, fully unaware of the life that's brimming there. All the folks look at their feet. Oh, it's just insanity how little we all see. Not even the poets or the saints really know what it means when a moment passes by. Though we try, yeah, we try. We live, we love, we die, but we try, we try. Thank you all so much.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Nice.
That
Yeah,
was
thank you all so much for having me.
good.
I
I
appreciate it.
love the way you like put words to that. I just love the way that you put words to that story and what you're trying to say. It's just insanity how little we all see, and then like not even the poets and the saints really know what it
Yeah.
all means. It's so true. It's like, I don't know. That was just really, really good.
Thank you. I do have to say that is basically a direct quote, the Oscar Wilde thing for the poets and the saints bit. She's like, does anyone like fully appreciate life while they're living it? And the messenger she's talking to is basically like, well, the poets and the saints, like they get close sometimes, but no. So
I mean,
Yeah,
there's so
thank you.
much to it. Like, and I just love it because it just captures what I feel so often, which is just like so much awe and wonder at the world around me, and just like also just that feeling of being so small and like I could never fully grasp what all of this is about. But it's also a beautiful
right.
thing. But it's also like you also captured the melancholy part of it, which is, God, I wish I could really grasp what this is all about. Well done. You get
Thank
an
you
A
so much.
plus
Oh,
from
thanks,
me.
Katie.
I love it.
Awesome. Well, once again, my name's Kristian Veech. You can find me on all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and music on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you can download, stream, whatever. I have a couple albums out and a couple EPs, and tonight I'm releasing a Christmas single, so please go pre-save that, or just listen to it when it comes out in like 4-ish hours or so. But I think I'm going to end with the title track to my most recent EP, which is called That, in parentheses. There's a whole thing. But basically, I wrote this song like back in, I think, early September. And really moving down here to Nashville by myself and really getting into the thick of the music industry has really, you know, changed how I think about the world and just myself. And I spent a lot of time, you know, doing this and trying to make a full-time living out of it, and come to a lot of like realizations, realizing, you know, stuff that what's for me, what's not for me, and what I ultimately value in my life. And I really wrote this song to kind of like remind me what I feel like is most important. And I basically like, you know, for a while, like everyone wanted to be like the artist, like be famous and do that whole thing. And over the years, I really realized like I don't want that at all. Like it just sounds awful. And I'd rather just do something more simple and be happy, just living a life that I feel most called to. And so maybe you guys can kind of relate. So this song's called That.
Among the many thousand faces chasing the same dream, everybody wants their moment, everybody wants to be seen. It's just a road of sacrifices, the notoriety. It's a race down to the bottom. algorithmic jealousy, the spotlights and glamour, the roaring 20s before the crash. But what about the music? Do you really care about that? It's a rich kid's game in every way, from Nashville to LA. Give my all into a dead-end job, cause the music just doesn't pay. But what's it like to have the offense on a slanted playing field? Maybe I wouldn't be as depressed if only happiness paid my bills. The class, the status, a collection of Cadillacs. Living life just making stats, but I don't really care about that. Cause I learned success is only real when you define it by your own ideals. It don't matter if I don't make it there, cause I never quit, I just learned not to care. There's so many familiar faces, they've always got my back. My friends and family write the pages, I frame the photographs. I only see my name in lights on a dive bar marquee. And if I never make it big, well, that's alright by me. I'm just grateful for everything I have. I guess I'm trying to say I only really care. I only really care about that. About that.
Nice.
Thank you.
So good.
I
That
love
song
the
feels really Nashville to me. It's so
yeah.
good.
Thank you.
I loved
like
when
your
you said
heart.
it's a. Sorry.
No,
I loved when
ahead.
you said it's a rich kid's game. That was great. It's so true. Like every lyric, every like line in that song is pretty much true verbatim.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that verse cut.
it's because like
Totally.
you know I went to Berkeley, and so like it's all rich kids, as you can imagine. And you know I come down here, the Belmont kids, the Berkeley kids, like they're all down here. And even the ones that didn't go to Berkeley, the ones I see like getting ahead are the ones who have the time and the money to make things happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
Like I grew up with a bunch of like I grew up, middle class, slightly on the cusp of, maybe not super middle class, whatever. And we all grew up with trust fund kids. I grew up with some trust fund kids in the public school system, and it's one of those things where like you hear about people, oh, I'm going on tour, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like, okay, you don't have to care about money. So like I have to like work 40 hours a week, 60 hours a week, whatever, and save for the entire year. And so like in 2016, I saved the entire year, 2015, and I took my band to Europe, and I like booked a 10-date tour in Europe. This is when I was living with Brenda, Katie, and like I just said I got a couple people to help me book shows, and we just went over there and did it, and like I kind of broke even, but it was one of those things where like I'm gonna do it whether I drop dead the next day after I get back to the United States. I could say I did it because I was just kind of sick and tired of seeing like trust fund kids do it like year after year after year. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna do this anyway. I'll shut up now.
I think it's almost like it's sad how so often like all of us just really genuinely love to do this. Like we love the music. We can't help ourselves. Like I can't help but write songs, and so often like we make the choice. Yeah, the music is worth it to me. Like I'm gonna go on that tour, or I'm gonna put this music out, even though I know I'm probably going to spend more money than I make back on streaming. And we make those decisions because we love it so much. And it's just like, yeah, I think about that all the time, how this industry is just it's so expensive to be part of. And it's so hard to actually like make ends meet compared to other industries and stuff. So it has to change at some point. At least, I don't know. That's my hopeful, hope that lives inside of me.
And that's
Sure.
what like there's not really much you can do about it on an individual level. I feel like I'm trying to make some change, and being very transparent and vocal about it is, to me, I feel like the best way, because we really don't talk about it. I feel like it's a very taboo topic,
It's
within
so
the
hard
industry.
to talk about money, it's
Yeah.
and it's like a political too, right? Like you don't want to say, I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah.
But you're right. It needs to be talked about.
Yeah,
for
it's a
sure.
conversation worth having, I think.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Well, let me put one disclaimer in. I don't have a problem with the trust fund kids that just do it and they like appreciate everything. It's one of the things about like a few people I know. They just like brag and brag and brag. It's like, dude, everyone knows you have not ever had to work a day in your life. Those are the ones I have a problem with. But anyway.
And it's not even like it's like fine that people have money. It's just like the way
Exactly.
the industry is structured, and so it's just like you're on such unfair playing ground, And I think
Yeah.
that's why we all
Exactly.
get frustrated. It's not like if you have money, congrats. Like I would love to have money, Like it's
Yeah.
not that. It's just like you just wish that there could be a way for all of us to have a fair shot.
Exactly.
Like
That's
I
good,
saved.
Christian. Good.
That song was gorgeous. I saved for an entire year because I didn't want to like go max 3 credit cards and come back and be like, that tour was great. Now I'm crippled for the rest of my life, And I was lucky I did that, but it still like took a year of my life to do that because we did it comfortably. Anyway, so this next song, last song, it's called South Carolina. You can check the full band out at BillDwyerBand.com. We have a show coming up at the Porch Southern Juke Joint in Medford. And that's on Saturday, December 18th. It's an early show. It's 6:30 to 8, and that's the full band: Parker, Alex, and Pedro. And I'm also on like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Anyway, this one's called South Carolina. Let me take the headphones off. Hold on. I'm leaving this time to South Carolina. Long way down the rails, Caroline. And I just want to see you smile in the deep sunshine. I got your letter the other day. The post came my way. Just one word was all you had to say. And your lipstick on the paper really made my day. I could see your eyes while you wrote those lines. Baby, I just can't wait to see you, South Carolina. Now, rolling fast, now flying by South Carolina. Yeah, really can't wait to taste your sweet key lime. Always tasting better, South Carolina. And always know your rhythm and your rhyme.
What a great ending song.
I was just going to say that.
Thank you so much. That one goes out to my Uncle Bob, my Uncle Robert Mulata, who passed away recently. So that song goes out to him. What an amazing person, an amazing human being. But I just want to thank Katie and Jordan and Kristian. Very nice to meet you guys. I've known Katie for a little bit. And I loved your stuff, and it was a really fun time playing with everybody. And thank you so much for having me, Katie.
Oh my God, I'm so glad we finally got to find a date to play together because this is so great. And thank you, Jordan, Bill, Kristian. Thank you guys so much for doing this with me and everyone for tuning in and hanging out with us tonight. We hope that you loved it. I hope it brought some joy to your week. And thank you for the support. Thank you for donating and tipping us and just helping us do what we love. So we really love doing this. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And have a great night, everybody. I put everyone's website in the chat and all that good stuff, so you can see where all of us are playing, either online or in person, on our websites and all that. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your week.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.